Now, to say this place has a lot of stuff would be an understatement, but I want to take you downstairs, because this is more of the average guy, the average person's kind of playroom. Good beers, good wine, good whiskeys. Let's go downstairs, and it's a little different down there. Bienvenue au marché mondial des spirits. Welcome to the world market of spirits.
What is this place?
No big deal. Just some Chateau Mouton Rothschild from 1973 that has Picasso on the label, and a 1971 that has Marc Chagall on the label. And finally, we have a, who's that? Andy Warhol edition, 1975 Mouton Rothschild. I don't know anything about wine. Even I know what a Mouton Rothschild is. So that big bottle there, that's from the year 2000. There are only 5,000 of them in the world. Comes to a grand cost of 39 million won. You know, if you cut the 3 zeros off, we'll call it, in Canadian dollars, you know, 39, 40 grand. And same company, 1964. But none of this compares to the Dom Perignon Lady Gaga collaboration. Champagne, that's a cool, and they don't even use the same currency now. You will notice that is in USD. Hey honey, do you want a two apartment bedroom apartment in Sangju, or do you want a bottle of champagne? I mean, given what we've seen, this is an absolute steal. 208, that's a deal. What's that expression? If there's a sign, it means that, you know, they had to put one up for a certain reason, right? Yeah. No typing. Just walls and walls and walls and walls and more walls of expensive wine. I have found something different. I'll give you a quick shot of all these crazy bottles. You can pause the video if you want. I don't have enough time to show you everything real well. This Johnny Walker is interesting. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, TGV, that's the high-speed train in France. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Is that original artwork? Or I think I've seen that before. Nice. St. Andrews, okay, yeah. The golf course. And White Heather. David and I, he's been on the channel before, it's been a while. We're behind the cafe that's attached to the World Liquor Market. So, David, what did you think of the World Liquor Market?
Yeah, I felt like I was in one of the stores in North America or Europe.
It's really big. Yeah.
I liked it really, and you have to go down a basement just to look at if you're not too rich.
It looks like a museum for our purposes.
Yeah, it's museum. It was
the cheapest thing down there was kind of hidden away in the back. It was like 240,000 won. So, you know, all things considered.
No, it was 200 bucks, but still.
I ended up saying like, oh, actually, that's not bad. And I thought, what the hell, Kevin? You've never spent more than like $70 on a bottle of wine in your life. But because everything else is so expensive, you think, oh, 240?
Yeah. Not bad,
yeah. So this was on the shelf initially. I put this in the fridge with the beer, and then I put it in the freezer, and then it was gone. And David was like, oh, it's gone. And then the guy heard us say that, and he's like, oh, I put it back on the shelf. And then he told me in English, in the freezer, it's dangerous. And I told him, you know, it's only for 10 minutes. I'm not going to... I understand why he took it out. I'm not mad at him, but, you know, I was like, it's 10 minutes, so I just want it to be cold. So I've seen a lot of Kaiserdom beers in and around everywhere, but I've never seen a Rauchbier before. Rauch means smoked, so some of the malts that they use for this are going to be smoked. Like you smoke meats, like you smoke whatever. And so that's kind of cool. I'm interested in how this tastes, because with Rauch beers, it's not subtle. You will be able to taste that kind of smoky of those malts. Yeah, so this is 5.3%. It's a Bavarian beer. David,
Okay, what
cheers.
was this for?
It's a highball glass.
No, I semi-approve this pour, like half form.
It's a highball glass. They had Kirin glasses when we came in. They were 1900 won, and then they were gone when I went to buy them, so I had to get these ones.
상태?
It's almost like a peated whiskey.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus. I don't know if I've had a lot of Rauchbiers. I've read about them in a book at some point, and I've always wanted to try one. This might be my first one.
Actually,
It's really smoky. I knew it wouldn't be subtle, because it's not like, oh, there's a bit of smoke there. It's quite on the nose, but that's quite nice. But it is, if you don't like smoked stuff, you're not going to like this.
No, I think
It's just cold enough, too. If it was any warmer.
or if it was any colder, yeah, you know, you drink whiskey in room temperature.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so like, yeah,
The peat's maybe confusing us where we think it should be like more like a room temperature.
Yeah,
Maybe,
exactly, yeah.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, but I think I have had this beer.
We're drinking this first because it was in the fridge the least amount of time. The other two were in the fridge for the last however many days. They were just in the fridge. Yeah. My fiance and stepkid are in Italy. He's been to Germany. I've never even been to Europe ever. I feel like I'm missing out on certain things.
You are.
That was the joke I made. Again, they're in Italy for 10 days. I'm going to, Chuncheon today. And then tomorrow I'm doing Suwon. And then next Saturday I'm going to Jeonju. So yeah, I was telling my fiance like, we have fun in Italy. Well, I'm going to Chuncheon and Jeonju. So I think I know who's winning. And of course we both had a laugh because we both know who's really winning. Yeah. Do you know the French word for helicopter?
Helicopter.
Helicopter.
You know, in Germany, not only I wanna go to Munich for Oktoberfest someday, maybe. Like I'm not gonna drink too much, but I just want to experience.
He's already defending himself. Not to drink too much. Yeah.
But I want to just experience and see the atmosphere, and then like.
Just as a cultural thing too.
Cultural
like beer
thing.
aside,
Yeah.
there's a certain amount of like spectacle.
The traditional clothes, German costume, and then guys fishing at the.
Why didn't you say that first then? Now I'm in. There is a charcuterie meat place in Korea. It's in Gwangju, in Gyeonggi, Gwangju. And so they're using Jeju black pork to make European-style deli cuts. So this is a salami, that's French style. Jeju black pork, antibiotic-free.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
Cheers. You started from here.
No, I start from wherever I want because I bought it. There's a bit of grease on there. I mean, it's salami, so it's going to have some grease on it.
Of course.
It's quite slick. I suppose maybe I'm more used to cutting my own salami and being a bit drier. This is quite moist in an oily way. And I'm trying to think if that's a criticism or not. It's a bit oily. Cheers.
No, these things are oily. This type of salami.
Maybe I'm more used to Italian salami though, and that's redder.
Yeah.
And it's drier.
It's drier.
Maybe I'm just not familiar with French salami.
Yeah, French and Spanish.
'Cause-
Salamis are more greasy.
Okay. Because yeah, this is a different shape too. Mm-hmm. It's not red and it's not round, so it could be my unfamiliarity.
But this is not saucisson. Come on.
Does it say saucisson on the label? I know, in Korean. Sorry, no, in Korean it actually does say that. Saucisson, yeah. He reads the Hangul, I read the Western Roman alphabet part. That's only natural, yeah. All right, so what do we have next? Craft Bros. I'm really excited for this, by the way. Suida Naruk. This is a Belgian sour ale. Mm-hmm. It's an Oloroso sherry wine. Mm-hmm. So sherry wood cask aged beer. And this is part of their series that I think is really cool. It's their 100% Korean ingredient series. Which means that everything I'm about to name is from Korea. So, we have borimega, bori, mil, hyomo, hopu pellet, Jeonjo Basil, Isanhwantanso. So the barley malt, the barley, the wheat, the yeast, the hops, and the basil are all from Korea. 10 years ago, that was not possible. You would not be able to get hops and barley malt and yeast, like beer yeast, that was from Korea. With the explosion of the beer culture here, there is now a demand for people to actually start producing the ingredients to make beer rather than importing all of them, right? So I think that's really neat.
I'm just impressed by that he could read Korean characters.
Whee! So this is probably stronger than usual. What's the... Oh no, 5.5. Okay, that's not terrible. The other one was 5.3, so that's actually not that strong. But this is a Belgian sour aged in sherry casks. David, how are you with sour beers? I can't remember. You're okay? I know a lot of people don't like them. So.
Depends on.
Some are good, some are bad. I mean, that's a good way to look at it. Alright.
Crunch the bar, please.
I got this because it said basil on it. I love basil on pizza. I mean, I have a blueberry basil makgeolli in my bag right now. I mean, basil's one of my, not favorite things, but I like to use it or taste it in certain things. I like it as an ingredient.
I like pesto.
Exactly. Pesto. Yeah. On a first date, that's the first thing I ask the woman. Do you like pesto? She says, ew. I walk away.
I don't know.
10 out of 10 face, 0 out of 10 taste. What a waste. What a waste.
It doesn't...
That's pretty good. I like that. Again, the craft rose, they did a few saisons a couple of years ago. And it was like rosemary and something. There was a lemongrass one too. It was like, you know, kind of normal saison ingredients. And they'd put a few little twisty herbs or spices in there. And one of them was lemongrass. The other one was rosemary. Both of them had another thing in there. I can't remember what it was. But again, this is advertising the 100% Korean ingredients thing, which is cool. I like that. For me, when I drink and I eat, it's not strictly about taste and enjoyability. I do like a certain amount of it to, you know, we're trying to do this with what we do, or there's a story, or the owner thinks this way and tries that. I like that stuff, yeah.
I can smell basil actually, but the taste-wise, slightly. But smell, you smell more basil.
I would agree. I can taste it a bit, but yeah, more on the nose.
Yeah.
Their designs, though, I mean, I like this too, because I'm literate. He's literate too. I don't know exactly what I like as marketing, but like clean, right? They put a little barrel with a basil leaf as the only design on the front. You know, again, like I'm a 40-year-old man, I can read.
I mean, men usually like simple things.
Belgian sour ale, it says what the casks are, and 100% Korean ingredients. You know, the problem, I guess if you had a fridge with 90 beers and they all were like this, if everyone did this design, that would be a pain in the ass, actually, now that I think about it. But, again, they're letting the ingredients and what's inside dictate the marketing, because they as soon as people, especially in Korea, 100% Korean ingredients, they go, ooh, urinara. That's a marketing point to Koreans.
Yeah, not too sour, actually. Not too sour.
On a simply sour level, I give this about 5. I'd say it's right in the middle.
I mean, no, compared to the other sour beers you have.
Well, that's what I mean. They'd be a 10.
Yeah, they are like sometimes 7, sometimes 9. But this one is way lighter than those.
The body's quite nice too. If it was a really light body and really sour, all you get is sour. There's a nice body to this too, on the mouth. And so that cuts down a bit of the punch of the sour, I find.
We are in nature. Yeah, I like this.
Again, I don't need a reason to come to Chuncheon. No problem. I'll come. Yeah.
And yeah, like I thought today would be quite hot after raining, but today is just pleasant. It's like below 20. Max temperature below 20.
It's 17 right now.
Yeah, below 20. Like it's perfect.
And the humidity is 56, so that's
perfect.
We have one more thing today. This is Kim Yoo-jong.
No, that's 1.5.
No, yes, there's one more small thing. This is the Kim Yoo-jong Takju. I have no idea what this is, but it was in the fridge.
Station.
Right. If you go Chuncheon Station, Nam Chuncheon Station, the next one that is not on the train line but on the subway line is Kim Jong-yok. He was some poet 150 years ago. Look him up. But they make this near there. And so when I read the label, I went, yes, please. It's literally Korean rice, water, and then mil nuruk, so wheat nuruk. You can maybe tell from the color it's a little yellow. It's a little yellow, which is good. This is 6%. Again, like I said, I've never heard of this brewery. I've never had this brewery. I have no idea, but it's super local and it's super pure. So we're going to try some. Alors, I keep saying alors recently, which is French for so. I don't know why I say it.
Quoi? Puti.
So I don't know why I keep saying that. I said it in class once and all the students were like, the students don't even notice. Their English isn't very good. So I can actually start talking in French and they go, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Which is depressing as an English teacher.
So what's great in French?
Magnifique, merveilleux, terrifique, très bon, yeah.
Okay.
There's a bunch of ways you can say that.
Okay. I smell
It doesn't actually smell very good. It doesn't smell bad, but it's quite strong.
I think I need mixed with the
This was bottled-
sour beer.
No, we rinsed it. Yeah.
No, I didn't mix it.
Okay. Well.
Okay, let me. Okay.
So the basil one smelled like basil and it didn't taste a lot like basil. This one smells weird.
But let's see though. I think I kind of taste of the soup.
There's no souk in here.
No, but it was a soup. What is in English?
Mugwort.
Mugwort. Yeah.
Oh God.
Or like stomach. Or liver.
This
water.
tastes like a chlorine pool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so sorry. I want to like this and I want to support Chuncheon. And maybe I got a bad bottle. This is really bad.
No, second taste is a bit fair, I think.
It tastes like...
Yeah,
we talked about this not monetized. It tastes like someone cum in my mouth.
No, at the end of the taste, at the end, it tastes like
It's fucking gross.
still.
There's a metallicness to it.
Yeah, still.
There's like a chlorine metallic-y cum flavor. I'm so sorry, Chuncheon Makgeolli. I mean, if I came across your bottle again in 6 months and it was a different batch, I don't know, I'd try it again. Maybe I'd give you a second chance. This, however, is really gross. I'm sorry. And I want to like it. I paid for it. I always want to enjoy the things I buy. I can't be, sometimes you can be polite. This is fucking gross. I'm so sorry.
Well, the company is called Yes, just for your information.
Really?
Yes, it's called website. Yeah, this one.
Really?
Why? Yeah, it says yes.
No, I know, but
this
that's...
one.
That's the company
Of.
that used to be out in Hongcheon. David, I thank you for joining me at World Liquor Marts.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. I didn't film too much inside. There's simply too much to cover. It's too big.
I mean, you can post a few. You can.
I have a
insert
few
some,
things from inside, but
pictures.
just come yourself and experience it. They have all sorts of wines, whiskeys. If you're coming for beer specifically, I would say don't.
No.
If you just want to see what kind of beer they have, don't come. But if you're a whiskey, hard liquor, wine person, more of the spirit part of alcohol, definitely.
Yeah.
And the Makgeolli fridge has maybe 16 different things. They have maybe 20 beers, which if you're going to come to Chuncheon for 20 beer selection, don't. Yeah, you might as well just go to Seoul for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, if you're into the more shelf-stable alcohols like the spirits and the wines, this is absolutely a must visit. Absolutely, yeah. So, come to Chuncheon.
Or if you miss like kind of European liquor store, something like that, like
Like a liquor store back home, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, their meats and cheeses, as far as like charcuterie and fromagerie kind of stuff goes, that's actually not bad too.
Yeah, mostly from Europe, like imported
Yes.
from Europe.
A lot of European cheeses
Yeah.
here too. There are better cheese stores in Seoul, but
course.
again, if you come here for the liquor part, then definitely take advantage of that too and buy some of that.
And there are like a few actual European brands of those salamis, actually, and that probably you cannot find in Seoul, actually.
I got this because it was cheaper, and I'm always I love local. I buy local when I can. I try, but yeah, there is a lot of those like Iberico jamon and stuff like that in the fridge too.
Yeah, from France or Italy,
Spain.
Spain. Yeah. Actually, they have various Irish whiskey selections. That was interesting. Yeah.
Too much peat. Not enough Peter.